Trust we are going good today. Trust we are going good today. How's been our day? How's been our day? Yeah, it's nice to have you here tonight. And tonight we'll be talking about a very powerful topic titled Investors Checklist from Impulse Investing to Strategic Investing. From impulse investing to strategic investing. Yes. So first of all, before I start, I would like to introduce myself for those people that are just joining this channel. This is Abraham Astrop. I'm asset portfolio strategist. I help people grow their network, grow their assets portfolio. I'm excited to have you here tonight. So, investor checklist. Investors checklist. Moving from impulse investing to strategic investing. Before I start this session, I would like to tell you a story. So the story is about a man like that. He's in his 50s. So he attended one of our seminars. During one of our discussions, me and this man, he shared with me on how he lost millions of naira to stock market. And why did he lose those money? He lost those money because he invested because of emotions, not because he was strategic. Not because he was strategic. And this man actually is in his 50s. So for him to lose that kind of money in his 50s is very painful. So he lost those money because he was impulse with the money. He was impulse with his investing. It was not strategic. So why is this topic important? This topic is important for you because you don't want to lose your hard-earned money. You don't want to lose your hard-earned money to fake investment or to fake investment gurus. You face investment financial advisor. What do they call them? You don't want to do that. You want to really grow your wealth. You want to really invest rightly. So you don't want to invest anyhow. And that's why tonight I'm breaking down this checklist tonight. Investors checklist. For you to really understand how you can start investing, the questions you need to ask before you put your money into any type of investment. And listen, this investment goes to any types of investment, either stocks, either real estate, either mutual fund, any type you want to go to. These checklists are very important. I rather tell people if you can understand the basics of investment, there's nothing you cannot invest if you can truly understand the basics. If you truly understand the basics, there is nothing you cannot invest in. So the question you need to ask before you go into any investment. So most people invest based on emotions, they invest based on hype. They invest because maybe they just feel like, they invest maybe their friend tell them to do, and before they know it, they lose all their money. They now start crying on social media. Kinika. It's the season. Because you lose money to investment, it's not because you lose money to investment, it's not because of the investment. The reason why you lost money to investment is because of the checklist you did not check. You do not know the checklist. There are some certain questions you need to ask yourself before you commit your money to anything. Before you commit your money to any business, before you commit your money to even real estate, there are some questions you need to ask. And that's what I'm breaking down in this session. So share this message with share this link, share the link to your friends, share the link to your neighbors, share the link to your family, anyone that you know that you care about. Share it to your enemy even. and also subscribe to this channel so that I share videos on investments all the time, so you not miss out on any of my videos. So before I go into the checklist, first, what is investment checklist? What is investment checklist? What is investment checklist? And my note I said investment checklist is simply a set of non-negotiable questions you must answer before you commit your money into any investment. Let me say again. Investment checklist is simply a set of non-negotiable questions before non-negotiable question you must answer before you commit your money. It's a non-negotiable. It's a non-negotiable question you must answer before you commit your money to any investment. It does not matter how the opportunity is good. It does not matter how the investment is good. It does not matter the hype around the investment. It does not matter how the salesperson sugarcoat it for you. There are some non-negotiable questions that you must answer before you commit your money to anything. One of my role model, Adesina, said, investment is like a marriage. Before you marry, there are some non-negotiable. If you are truly a person of discipline, there are some non-negotiable for you that you know that I cannot marry this type of person. Like me, as I tell people, there are some certain people I cannot marry. There are some certain ladies I'm not married yet, but there are some certain ladies I cannot marry. Okay, for example, you are a lady that maybe I'm not condemning those people. Listen, I'm not condemning. It's just for me. It's just for me. Let's say maybe like me now, there are some ladies that spend too much time maybe in club, that goes to club most time. I can't really marry them. Not because they are bad. I can be a friend with them, but I can't marry them. Why? Because it's a non-negotiable for me. Because of my values, because of my religion, Christian. So I want someone that I truly want. I don't speak Arabic, Ahmed. I don't speak Arabic. So those are the non-negotiable for me. So that's how investment is. Investment is a non-negotiable answer. Something that there's nothing they can do about it. These are the things, non-negotiable questions that you must ask yourself before you put your money into it. Before you put your money into it. Before you put your money. If any investment cannot pass your checklist, it cannot have your money. If any investment cannot pass your checklist, then it cannot have your money. Simple as that. Simple as ABC. If any investment cannot pass your checklist, then it cannot have your money. If any business cannot pass your checklist, then you can't commit your money into it. If any investment cannot pass the questions you have, then the investment cannot pass your money, cannot have your money, then you need to move on. Let me tell you something. It's not everything that is shiny you need to commit your money into. The wealthy people that you see today, they are not wealthy because they are putting money into everything here. The wealthy people are wealthy because they are selective with the type of investment they are coming to it. And the reason why they are selective is because they have a certain checklist they are following. You cannot sit down and just invest money anyhow. You cannot sit down or Otedola just put money. Do you think Otedola is putting money stocks anyhow? And that's why I tell people, anybody that is investing in different type of stock, then that person did not know what he's really doing. You cannot be putting money in 10 different stocks and say you are investing. No. You need to be specific. You need to have a checklist. Every stock in the marketplace cannot pass your checklist. Then if you are investing all stock in Nigeria, that means that you yourself, you are not serious person. You are not serious person. You must have a checklist. So having talked about the investor, after we have break down the checklist, what is investor checklist? So what are the checklist questions you need to ask yourself before you commit your money? What are the checklist questions you need to ask yourself? Number one checklist question is, what is the value behind the investment? That's the first thing you need to ask yourself. What is the value of the investment? What is the value behind the investment? So yesterday I came across a new I say yesterday, I think last week or few weeks ago, I came across a news on Business Day. So the news, the woman lost the woman lost over millions of naira in a particular investment. And why did he lose that money? She lost that money because she was only concerned about the return on investment. She's not concerned about the value. And why do I say that? That particular investment promised her, I think, 30% returns on her investment. 30% returns. 30% return in maybe 2 weeks, abi in 1 month or something like that. And she commits money. Before she know it, everything just blank. Both the investment, both the owner of the investment, everything just vanish. Both her money, everything vanish. Till today she did not see her money. And she is now crying on social media. I did not pity her because she too, she's a gambler. She too, she's a thief. Something promise you 30% return, you don't ask, what are you using my money to create? What value are you creating with it? What are you doing with my money? How do you want to generate the interest? You just give them your money. Listen, some of you, it's not that you are investing. Some of you, you are actually a thief in disguise. You are actually a gambler. You are not different from someone playing Bet Naija. Some of you here on this call, and that's the truth. Some of you here, you are not better off playing Bet Naija. Because someone promise you 50% returns on investment in 1 month, and you are not asking questions. How do you want to generate the income back? How do you want to generate the interest? You just give him the money. The very first question you need to ask is, what is the value behind the investment? It's not how much can I make, it's what is the value being created in this investment. If it's stocks, what is the value that company is creating? What value? What are they creating? How do they make money? If it's real estate, you need to ask yourself, what infrastructure is the real estate bringing up in that area? Some of you are buying land. You are actually buying land. You are buying land anywhere. You not ask yourself, what that area, what infrastructure are they putting together in that area? What development is driving that area? You are just buying land. And this same goes to stocks. Some of you are investing in some stock, you don't even know the value that company is creating. Maybe the company is valuable, maybe the company is not valuable. You are just putting money. See, if you cannot explain clearly about how the value of that investment is being created, then you don't need to commit your money. If you can't explain to a primary school person how the value of that investment is being created, then you don't need to commit your money into it. You need to understand the value. You need to understand the value backing that investment, the value behind that investment. You need to understand it. Dangote is the richest man in Africa, not by putting money in many things. One of the reasons why Dangote is the richest man in Africa, apart from his business, where he invested in industry where the value creation is clear. He invested in industry where the value creation is clear, and that's why he's the richest man. Go and check it. You see, do you think that all those people that are shouting stock online, come and invest, do you think that they are investors? Those are not investors. The true investors are those people that really sit down and really want to understand the value that business is creating, the value that area is creating. What is the value? Ask yourself. First question you need to ask yourself is, what is the value driving that investment? Where is the value coming from? How is it created? How can you seal it? How does it impact people? If you can't explain that, then it's a gamble. Number two, who are the people behind that investment? That's the next question you need to ask yourself. Who are the people behind that investment? You can have the best business you want to invest in, you can have the best real estate area you want to invest in, but the wrong people running that type of investment, the wrong people running that business, you can lose all your money. The wrong people running that real estate company, you can lose all your money. Does that business has the business that you want to commit your money, does it have a good leadership? When you are buying and holding land for long, does that real estate has a good leadership? Do they have track record? Look at their history. Look at their history. You need to research the leadership. Who are the people in the helm of the leadership? Who are the people sitting down in the boardroom? Who is the CEO? You need to research them. You can't just be committing money to anywhere. And that's why my role model said investment is a marriage. Investment is like marriage. You need to understand the inside and outside of it before you commit your money into it. Who are the leadership? Who is the founder? Who is the chairman? What have they done in the past? You can't just be investing blindly like that. The reason why a lot of people are losing money to investments because the investment they invested in, the leadership of that company mismanage that fund. They mismanage it. Who are the people behind it? Who is behind that investment? What is their track record? Are they accountable? Are they trackable? Those are the questions you need to ask before you commit your money. Then number three checklist is, does the investment align with my financial strategy? Ask yourself, does the investment align with my financial strategy? Does it align with your goals? Does it align with your priorities? Currently now, maybe as a young person, you need income producing asset. You are seeing your, maybe let's say you are in your early days, you just need something to be generating money for you. You want that investment to be passive income. Then you invest in it. Is it that you want to hold for 15 years, for 20 years? You need to ask all these questions. Does it align? Not all investment will align with your strategy. Not all investment. Is your goal to build passive income? Is it that you want to invest in that place to create capital for a business? You need to ask you all those questions. Maybe the money you have is not enough now. So you invest that money into a particular business, then in the next maybe 2 years, 3 years, you want to cash out that money and start your own business. Is that your goal? There must be a goal that you are looking toward, you are working towards. There must be a goal that you are working towards. You cannot just be investing blindly. You cannot be working blindly. You Cannot be working blindly. You need to have a strategy, and that's where goal setting comes in. That's where goal setting comes in. That's where goal setting comes in. You need to have does the investment align with my strategy? Does the investment align with my strategy? And the fourth question you need to ask them: does the investment align with my financial position? Does the investment align with my financial position? Some of you are trying to invest, when you are trying to invest in something that does not align with your financial position. You are in your survival mode. You are trying to put money in stock. You are trying to buy land. I'm not saying land is not good. I sell land, but I'm going to tell you the truth. You are earning 50,000 naira and you are saying you want to go and buy land and hold for years. Do you know that that type of investment is against your own financial position? Because what you need at that time is not that type of investment. The type of investment that you need in your survival mode is investment in your personal self that can increase your earning power. That's the type of investment you need. But because your friend say he's buying land, your friend say he's buying this particular stock, your friend say is this, your friend say is that, you two you go and commit your money. So you go and commit your money. Does it align with your financial position? And there are three types of financial position. There's survival position, there's stability position, and there's abundance position. Survival position, this is when you are still trying to struggle. You are struggling. Your income cannot take care of your basic needs. So you are still struggling. Stability position, this is when your income maybe it has matched your survival mode or a little bit. Your income is now higher. You can have something to save. Then abundance, you no longer think about survival again. Money is just flowing. You have money is coming from multiple streams of income. The person that will invest, the strategy of person that will invest from abundance is different from the person that will invest from survival. It's different from the person that will invest from stability. You must know your financial position per time before you enter into any type of investment. Think, what is my position currently? Am I in the position to invest in something that I want to hold for 50 years, that I want to hold for 10 years? Ask yourself, okay, if I can't hold for 10 years, okay, what do I need? I need to invest in something that can increase my earning power so that I can have enough, so that I can have abundance, so that I can have abundance and I will have the capacity to wait for years. Those are the questions you need to ask. So you need to ask yourself, okay, maybe you are stability, you need the passive income. Okay, I need to look for someone to invest so that I will give me passive income. Maybe that's where you think about agriculture, income dividend stock. You understand what I mean? Those are the questions you need to ask yourself. Does it align with your financial position? And this, let me explain. Let me give you an example. I remember when I was still earning 50,000, 70,000 naira when I started my career then. So I thought that my earning, I will solve it with I will solve my earning problem with investing. So I started investing in UBA stocks. Before I know it, before the end of it, I will sell the UBA. I will buy a guy. One time I just give up, not buy. The reason why I can't hold that UBA then was because I was still surviving. So I was trying to struggle. But what I should have done then was to invest in myself, maybe go for course, maybe go for book. But thank God I realized early, sha. I realized early. And that's what birthed the new me. So I started investing in myself, going for book, going for courses, going for conferences, paying for classes, and everything changed. So you need to ask yourself, what type of investment, this investment that I want to commit my money, does it align with my financial position? Does it align? The way Dangote invests, you cannot, because Dangote is investing in a particular business, does not mean that you go and invest in a particular business. Because Dangote is investing in a particular area, does not mean you go and invest in a particular area. Dangote has the money. Dangote can lose 500 million. He may feel it, but he will recover it back. But can you afford to lose 5 million and still not, and you will not cry? You can't afford it. So you need to be strategic. You need to be strategic with your investing. So you need to ask this question at this place, that where is your money right now? Where are you? Where is your money right now? What is my financial position currently? Does the investment align with the position? That's the question. That's the question you need to ask yourself. So the fourth question: number one, does the investment align with my financial position? Number two, does the investment align with my financial strategy? Number three, who are the people behind that investment? And number four, what is the value driving that investment? Those are the four important questions you need to ask yourself. And let me bring this home. Let me conclude this. Listen, the difference between impulse investing and strategic investing is not information, it is discipline. Let me say that again. The difference between impulse investing and strategic investing is discipline. The discipline to wait, the discipline to be patient, the discipline to do your research before you commit your money. If you cannot have this type of discipline, you will always be a victim of investment scams. That's the truth. You will always be a victim of investment scam, like that woman. So I want you to be selective, be strategic, protect what you are building. Don't invest anyhow, don't be everywhere. Commit to a goal. Be strategic with what you are doing. Be strategic what you are doing. Strategic what you are doing. Strategic. And that's why I'll be ending tonight's session. So I'll be having a back to basics investments masterclass by July, where I'll be breaking down the basics of investment. The class is going for 20,000 naira. It's a 4 weeks intensive class, 2 days per week. And for the first 20 people that pay, we'll be having it for 10,000 naira. 10,000 naira. 10,000 naira. And we're breaking down a lot. And you also get access to my book, The You as an Asset. So if you have gained value in this session, I want you to drop your comments, drop what you have learned in the comment section. Drop your comment section. We'll be having this session on YouTube every Saturday, except maybe I have a class or something like that. But if I'm available every Saturday, we'll be having it. And also the Facebook channel too. We'll be having every Wednesday on Facebook too. I have live session every Wednesday, and you can follow me on all my social media. Instagram, I am Abraham Astrop. YouTube, Abraham Astrop TV. So for those who are interested in the basket basics, click on the link below or DM me. You can go to my Facebook and click on the bar and secure your spot. I am Abraham Astrop. Thank you so much. See you next time. My name remains Abraham Astrop. Good night. God bless you all.